Dantes and his ex-girlfriend Laura had a pretty normal breakup. The internet took it too far, and the beef that transpired from this was insane. We got a new challenger approaching, Tarzaned, a challenger League of Legends jungler that recently turned professional pot stirrer drama starter, and yeah, got himself involved, interjected in the mix. Bro literally thinks he's Eminem. Today we got so many manifestos to cover that even the Unabomber himself would be jealous. There's a lot of stuff to dig through, so buckle up. Anyway, Tarzaned dropped this bombshell and shit hit the fan.
1 month into the relationship, Laura was pregnant with Dantes' child, and when she's at her most vulnerable, scared, anxious, he let her fly back to Germany to get an abortion while he stayed home in Stream League.
I'm lost for words. Maybe this guy is Eminem. Even the blacker Chinese guy got involved.
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片。Baba Boy. WestJett.
What is up, chicken fries and skies? WestJett 6'5", Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're talking about more Dantes drama. Oh, and literally 0% of you are subscribed, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah. Before I start this video, I want to address some heavy subject matter. In this video, we're not going to be debating abortion. We're not going to talk about any stances. We're not turning it into a virgin destiny debate. One thing we can unanimously agree on, though, is that airing somebody's personal private information over some internet drama is cringe, especially if it gets other people involved. Tarzan had beef with Dantes and he put Laura in the mix, and that's whack. It's like a Southside Chicago gag battle and a stray bullet hitter. That's the best analogy I could give. Anyway, Dantes was livid, and rightfully so. Boot that shit up, Jamie.
Either of us has ever had to go through!
I need a French-Canadian translator on this one.
In front of thousands! When I didn't even talk about it to my closest friends!
I'd be even louder, not gonna lie. Justified reaction.
The fact that this disgusting freak of a human being thinks... Because the thing is that it's not even just because I know that people are going to go after me because of it. That's whatever. But you have somebody that literally did nothing to you.
I feel really bad for Laura. She's clearly going through a lot right now, and she's literally lost 5 kilograms in 2 days, and even then people are still clowning on her, showing the Minecraft hunger bar. Are you serious? And when I say the little ripple in the water turned into a full-blown Japanese shitstorm tsunami, I'm not kidding. This got so serious that they got back together. Not in their relationship, but to discuss the drama further on their stream.
Dantes had to deal so often with me sitting there and being like, I want my baby, I want a baby. I just can't deal with this. And it's so disgusting to me that this man-child talks about respect, talks about how adult-like he is, to go online and talk about my trauma.
Obviously, I don't know the full lore or the full story, but as an outsider sort of looking in, Tarzan is kind of a piece of shit for leaking this and getting some third party involved in the mix. Least he could do is wait a week. They just broke up. You could drop this bombshell later on. Let her deal with her shit.
Say things about me, right? But the fact that he decides to leak something like that as some kind of truth bomb. The fact that this disgusting...
Tarzan's kind of like the main character in his own life. He literally dropped a ChatGPT diss track on Dantes after this. Imagine leaking somebody's sensitive abortion information and then making a ChatGPT diss track. Can't make it up.
Yo, Dantes, listen up, it's time to set this straight. You are fake, a snake.
Bro is comedy shorts gamer here. But the saddest thing of all is this isn't the only part of the drama. A bunch of internet e-girls that Dantes had quote-unquote talking stages with in the past saw this as an opportunity to try to backstab him. And that is almost as messed up as me not being able to pay my rent, which is why this video is sponsored by War Thunder. Have you ever wanted to play the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made? Well, look no further, because War Thunder's the game for you. Play over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters, and even ships, ranging from 1920 jets to the tanks of today. The PvP is impeccable, the scenery is amazing, and the sound effects are mwah, chef's kiss. They even got in-depth customization systems where you can apply hundreds of camos and historical markings. What more could you need? They got the communism copter.
What a f***ing liar, dude.
I've always wanted to fly a plane, and now I can in a video game. Very cool.
Да ты чё?
And did I forget to mention it's free. Incredible graphics, 4K resolution, available on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Use the link in the description and pinned comment to download War Thunder now and get all this swag for free. 100,000 coins, premium vehicles, boosters, and all that. And don't worry, the game is also updated consistently. Thank you, War Thunder, for sponsoring today's video. A little bit of a shameless plug, but as I say, life's a sandwich. No matter how you flip it, the bread comes first. Anyways, this girl leaked a bunch of DMs and called Dantes out for being a manipulator, and let's give it a read. Dude, we got Dr. Emmett Brown sending us back to the past, 2022. I'm someone who's meant to be alone, that's all. I can't help the way my mind is, and I am not at the point yet where I can overcome it. You deserve and will find someone better. That person just can't be me. Bitches be tripping, because this ain't manipulation in my books. This is what you tell someone when you're not interested. You make them think it's their fault, and you gaslight them like a Sigma. Jokes aside, this woman's a complete loser, got him involved in it, and Dantes shut it down pretty fast.
I didn't feel like giving you any attention, but might as well since you're gonna start shit.
And then he dropped the Old Testament in Hebrew language. You are a disgusting whore, and it would do you well to keep my name out of your fucking mouth. Absolute cinema at its finest. Also, if you look at her screenshot, it paints Dantes in a bad light because her messages are deleted, so we're missing context, and the fact that anybody even took this seriously is a joke. Also, this girl isn't exactly credible because according to my good friend Hancock, she's literally a person who is catfishing people and lying about her age. A1 League of Legends drama guy Hancock truly pulled through. These were the type of people trying to kick Dantes when he was already down. Shazam level cockroach activity. As soon as somebody's name is in the spotlight, they come out of the woodworks. The craziest thing about Dantes is that in one day, he can go from this to this, wearing the same shirt. Truly riveting. The best thing for Dantes to do, in my opinion, would have been to leave the internet for a day, get off Twitter, don't reply to a bunch of these clowns, have a beer with the boys, and listen to whatever music French Canadians listen to, and have a vibe. Like, people were fucking with him pretty hard, and he was fighting an all-out war on the front lines. I don't normally do this, but I think this is one of the rare cases that it's extremely warranted. Find a chair and make your parents smile for the first time in the last 20 years. You've been a failure your entire life. I hope that you could succeed one time. Low-key based. Dantes also has an edgier sense of humor, and, you know, Freudian slip. Some of his old posts didn't help him, and people dug him up. Life hack. Stop wasting money on condoms and birth control. If a woman gets pregnant, she can't get pregnant twice. Just get an abortion. Aborting a baby is like dodging in Champ Select. Even if you dodge at the last second, it still doesn't count as a law. Albeit a little ironic, this isn't a Freudian slip, however, and community notes came to the rescue because these memes were made prior to the actual thing. This should have never even been on the internet. Tarzaned low-key pulled a fast one, and now there's some sensitive information that should not really be here, so yeah. Tarzaned, you disgusting piece of poop. Okay, I don't think she sounds like that.
And because of your free Robux promise,
29-year-old man-child that thinks it's okay to talk about a random woman's trauma is so disgusting to me. Just let her be. Give her a break. She doesn't deserve to be a spectacle on the internet. Stop being weird. I think it's messed up personally. Imagine having to go through an abortion, a literal traumatic experience, and then having a 30-year-old guy leak it to try to come after your ex-boyfriend. That just seems silly. I don't know. And the icing on the cake is the ChatGPT diss track.
Yo, Dantes, listen up, it's time to set this straight. You a fake, a snake, can't handle your own weight.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
Anyways, Dantes just released a tweet addressing everything, and I'll give him the due diligence and read out the whole tweet, so buckle in, gamers. I think it's time I clear up a misconception. A lot of people have been giving me a lot of hate over the last few days, and I feel like some of it is warranted. One thing that I need to talk about, ever since Tarzaned on his stream accused me of sending Laura to Germany to get the abortion while I stayed home and streamed, a lot of people have shit on me because of it. And while if it was true, I'd understand your outrage, the fact of the matter is that it's an outright lie. Keep in mind that this is something I've never wanted to talk about, but in order to clear my name, in other words, it is something I'm now forced to do. And it's still going. Basically, they asked for understanding and not to be judged too harshly. Anyway, Tyler 1, 5'1", chess grandmaster, devout father, and the only League of Legends player to bench over 315 pounds had this to say.
It's a big deal. It's actually a big deal, but it's nobody's deal except for their own. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody needs to know about that ever. And there's no world where anybody should ever know about that unless they want people to know.
It's just really hard.
I bet. And they're clearly distressed, so I think people should leave them alone. And if that doesn't happen, I'll intervene. And you don't want to see me angry, pal. I am a little biased towards Dantes, and I'm not going to hide that. But in order to give Tarzaned his due diligence, I'll explain why he's upset in the first place. Basically, Tarzaned replied to Dantes' breakup tweet. He's blocked now, but yeah, he said, "So can I come over now?" Dantes basically called him a nerd, and there was more context to this. As far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure Tarzaned was upset that Laura and Dantes kicked him out of their house. That's why he said, can I come over now? And then things escalated a little bit, and I think he's in the wrong. He made a tweet talking about Dantes being a bad friend, and then he dropped that bombshell, and I'm pretty sure that's the end of that story. Like Drake, he took that shit from 0 to 100 real quick and made the beef more personal than it really ever needed to be, and kind of a clown move, I guess. I summarized his tweet so you could read it yourself, but he might have had a case towards Dantes, but once again, bringing Laura into it was a little step too far. In reality, the situation is downright sad. An amicable breakup got turned into this weird loopy massive drama by the internet and some bad actors. Just like a gang member, I got that real G loyalty, so I reached out to Dantes. Take some time off, my G. This shit's too serious now. Be careful, man. DK. But you know what I don't know? How the hell do we have less subs than Ethos? Subscribe to the channel now. Stay classy, stay cool, and don't be a fool.